World War II demanded artillery on an unprecedented scale, each weapon designed for range, mobility, and sustained battlefield support across every front. We begin with U.S. field artillery. Light and medium guns. 75mm Pack Howitzer M1A1. The 75mm Pack Howitzer M1A1 was built for mobility where heavier guns could not go. It could be broken down, carried by aircraft, or moved through mountains and jungles. Airborne and mountain units relied on it for direct support, delivering precise high-explosive fire. Crews worked close to the front, loading manually under threat, constantly repositioning. Its lightweight and adaptability made it invaluable for isolated infantry. 75mm Gun M1897A4. The 75mm Gun M1897A4 was a World War I design adapted for World War II. Lightweight and fast-firing, it provided mobile fire support for infantry units. Its hydropneumatic recoil system allowed rapid aiming without repositioning. Crews valued its reliability, though it lacked the power of newer artillery. Often used in defensive positions, it offered precise bombardment against enemy troops and light fortifications, bridging the gap until heavier weapons could arrive. 105mm Howitzer M2A1. The 105mm Howitzer M2A1 became the backbone of U.S. artillery units. Designed for both direct and indirect fire, it balanced mobility with destructive capability. Infantry and armored divisions relied on it for sustained bombardment of enemy positions. Crews appreciated its dependable performance across diverse terrains, from the deserts of North Africa to the hills of Italy. Its range and explosive power allowed forces to engage targets beyond the front lines, shaping the battlefield with consistent, accurate fire. 105mm Howitzer M3. The 105mm Howitzer M3 was a shortened, lighter version of the standard M2A1, designed specifically for airborne operations. It could be dropped by parachute or transported in gliders, giving airborne troops much-needed firepower. Despite its reduced size, it delivered effective high-explosive shells against enemy positions. Crews often operated under extreme conditions, moving quickly to set up and fire. Its adaptability allowed small, isolated units to punch above their weight and maintain support in the most inaccessible terrain. 155mm Howitzer M1. The 155mm Howitzer M1 provided long-range, high-explosive fire for U.S. divisions. Designed for sustained bombardment, it could target enemy fortifications, artillery, and troop concentrations. Crews relied on teamwork to transport, assemble, and fire the massive weapon, often under challenging conditions. Its range and destructive power allowed forces to soften defenses before infantry or armor advanced. The M1's presence on the battlefield reinforced the U.S. artillery's reputation for reliability and overwhelming fire support. Continuing with U.S. heavy and long-range artillery. 155mm Gun M1. The 155mm Gun M1, known as Long Tom, was built for range and precision. Unlike howitzers, it fired on flatter trajectories, ideal for counter-battery fire and deep targets. Deployed at corps level, it struck enemy artillery, supply routes, and command positions. Crews operated far behind the front, calculating fire missions with precision. Its reach extended American artillery dominance well beyond visible battlefields, shaping engagements before troops ever made contact. 8-inch Howitzer M1. The 8-inch Howitzer M1 delivered devastating fire against fortified positions and urban defenses. Its massive shells could demolish bunkers, bridges, and strongpoints, providing critical support during assaults. Crews faced a slow, labor-intensive setup, often under threat from counterfire. Once in position, its explosive power reshaped the battlefield, allowing infantry and armor to advance with reduced resistance. The M1's sheer destructive capability made it a key component of heavy artillery battalions. Next we move on to the self-propelled artillery. M7 Priest. The M7 Priest mounted a 105mm howitzer on a tracked chassis, combining firepower with mobility. Designed to keep pace with armored divisions, it provided direct and indirect support while moving across the battlefield. Crews operated from within armored protection, reducing exposure to enemy fire. Its rapid deployment and reliable firing made it essential in North Africa, Italy, and Europe. The nickname Priest came from its pulpit-like machine gun mount, symbolizing its presence among advancing forces. M12 gun motor carriage. The M12 gun motor carriage mounted a 155 mm gun on a tracked chassis, giving heavy artillery mobility previously reserved for lighter pieces. It could provide long-range fire without the delays of towed setups. Crews relied on precise calculations and coordination, often supporting breakthroughs or counter-battery missions. While slower than lighter vehicles, its firepower allowed corps and army-level units to strike fortified positions deep behind enemy lines, combining destructive capability with strategic flexibility. M40 gun motor carriage. The M40 mounted a 155 mm gun on a fully tracked chassis, an evolution of earlier self-propelled designs. It combined long-range firepower with mobility, allowing rapid redeployment to respond to shifting battle lines. Crews worked from armored positions, calculating complex firing missions with precision. Deployed in the European theater, it engaged enemy fortifications and artillery from a distance. Its design reflected lessons from earlier conflicts, emphasizing both protection and sustained heavy bombardment. Turning to U.S. anti-aircraft artillery. 90 mm gun M1/M2/M3. The 90 mm gun M1 series defended against high-altitude aircraft while also serving in a ground support role. It could fire heavy shells with precision, reaching targets beyond the range of lighter AA weapons. Crews coordinated closely, tracking fast-moving planes or engaging fortified positions. Its versatility allowed deployment around critical infrastructure, front lines, and armored units. The 90 mm's combination of reach, firepower, and accuracy made it a cornerstone of U.S. air defense during World War II. 40 mm automatic gun M1. The 40 mm automatic gun M1, widely known as the Bofors, defended against low to medium altitude aircraft. Its rapid-fire capability allowed crews to engage fast-moving targets with high accuracy. Light enough for quick redeployment, it was used on land and aboard ships, providing versatile air defense. Crews often operated in teams, maintaining continuous fire during air raids. Its reliability and effectiveness made the Bofors a standard US AA weapon throughout the war, protecting both troops and critical installations.